Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athlete.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Seasons COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Views and opinions expressed by Hotep Jesus are those of Hotep Jesus and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Hotep Nation or any of its officials. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact our Office of General Counsel via the sheet of the town. And Hotep and them.
Oh, baby. Alt season is here officially. We got a lot to talk about today. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. I am your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat. Hotep to my real Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Let me close these charts because I'm going to be distracted if I keep looking at charts. Welcome all. Hold on, let me check on the chat. Where my chat is at? Where my real chat is at? Don Day, I see you. Joe Beard, what up, bro? Thumbnail of the year. Haram Life, what up, bro? The Senator Loki, I see you. Justine, I see you. Welcome, 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 everyone. It's Friday. We made it. We absolutely freaking made it. Good to be here. It's Friday. I ain't got no job and I ain't got shit to do. So after today's stream, I'm gonna relax. I was about to say I'm gonna do nothing, but I just know I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna find something to do with my time that is constructive, but I'm gonna try not to do something. I'm gonna try not to. Matt Earth Theory, what up, bro? Fascinating week. Such a very fascinating week we've had this week. Today I have another PowerPoint presentation that we're going to work out with you. I'd just like to say real fast, shout out to everyone joining Hotepistan in the Cryptoverse. We do have a Telegram. Bunch of people signed up yesterday. This is as we begin to onboard people in SuperDAP, superdap.ai. I'll show it to you really fast. Hold on a second. I guess I'll pull up this screen. The screen probably makes sense. Is this it? Yeah, that's it right there. And then I have to adjust on my screen. Hold on, let me bring up another one here. So SuperDAP AI, I mean, it has AI features. I don't think that's the coolest part about it, although it is pretty freaking cool. The reason why I say it's not the coolest part, but it is freaking cool, is because they have the capability to just, if I want to send you Bitcoin, I can just tell the AI, like, yo, send my friend Bitcoin. And I don't have to go through the whole procedure of QR codes and copy, paste, and all of that. And it'll just, send tokens around the world. So that's really cool. I like the supergroups feature that we see here. This is going to be awesome. So people who want to get in contact with me, this is going to be the only place. I'm probably going to close my locals. I'm going to be 100% accessible on here. And I'll publish documents and my daily advice column, I guess we can call it, motivation column, whatever, I don't know what to call it, but I basically jot notes daily and send it out to my subscribers. So, yeah, I totally can't wait for this. But the cool feature I want to show you right here. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Let's undo that. Let's close that. Let's click on this one. So right here, I'm going to zoom in and show you this feature here, right? So each group has a leaderboard, and the leaderboard is based upon how much you invest. And the more you invest, the more return you get. The more people in the group, the more we get. So this is what they call social fi, or social finance. So at the current moment, if you're involved in one of our groups, you're not earning anything for that. However, it's an interesting and fun way to say, put your money where your mouth is. Because we're going to be talking to each other. So you can invest in, I like to call this the Hotepistan Cryptoverse. This is what I'm calling it. So we'll have a Hotepistan group when this opens up, and then you can invest super tokens. And if you go to SuperDAP AI, you can hurry up and get on the list. And if you join our Telegram in the link description box below, you'll have the opportunity to get bumped up that list and get the airdrop. So we're going to drop some tokens to you guys so you can participate and be a part of Hotepistan and earn for being a part of that. So there is an earn program, built into this stuff here. Here's another screenshot to show you what that stuff looks like. So go to SuperDAP, that's 2P, superdap.ai, and join the wait list. So when this thing comes out, you'll be ready to roll. All right. Shout out to Syscoin, Jag, Patrick, Alex, whole squad. Appreciate you. So today we're going to be talking about various topics, but as I start to refine this show and find the medium of what the audience wants, what the audience needs, what I want, what I need. I've been toying with this concept for the past few days of, again, just sharing my mind with the community, right? In a very interesting way, so we're not caught up in the news cycles. And today we're talking about the reaction industry. So hold on a second as I prepare this for you. Shout out to Jimmy Das. Jimmy Das with a $10 super.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Appreciate you, Jimmy. Jimmy's on Flopex. Shout out to Spotless for coining the term Flopex. Jimmy's been working out, getting it in. So he is a man of order. He is one of the men of order. Shout out to Jimmy. What did he say here? He says Syscoin. Hold on a second. I'm trying to adjust this thing on my screen here. I'm trash at it. But we'll get it right. Boom. I'll just leave it there. Screw it. He says Syscoin and SuperDAP is going to change the game. Salute. Yo, I got another announcement coming. I have to check the legal ramifications of it all. But we got some interesting things coming in the world of cryptocurrency. So let's get ready, okay? If you got some coins, set some coins aside because things are about to get interesting. Anyway, let's go to our feature presentation of the day. Today we are talking about the reaction industry. The reaction industry. And this is something that quite cognizant of, and I try to watch myself when it comes to this stuff, so I know I'm not participating in it. And again, I haven't thought this through, just like anytime else I do these presentations. Well, sometimes they're thought through, but I have just a rough start, and you're gonna watch me work through this and see how my brain works, and we're gonna figure this thing out together. So today we're talking about the reaction industry. And I guess a good place to start would be my introductory tweet in regards to this subject matter. Let's pull it up here. Hold on. Excuse me. I said here, Americans on Twitter are caught in a loop of reactions that has developed an industry. The grifters siphon wealth from the audience's energy, which does not feed, but instead starves the audience. We'll discuss this phenomenon on the show today. So here we are discussing this phenomenon. Okay, so let's see how we can break this down. Now, the first thing I'd like to start off with is race. Because this is what this was inspired by, the race baiting that we see online, right? So what happens? Media, right? And when we talk about media, in this instance, we're not talking about technically the news, but we're talking about all forms of media, right? Talking about all forms of media. So a piece of media could be a viral clip of a high school fight, right? So the way the high school fight industry works is, I'll show you how this industry works really fast. So basically what happens is you need a group of grifters, right? So we're going to start with group of grifters. I love how this is developing, right? And then this group of grifters organize, right? And it could be a Telegram, right? It could be a Telegram group. Telegram's a popular app. We use it. A lot of people use it to organize, right? So the group of grifters, they organize and create a Telegram group. And what they do is they go to World Star, right? And they go to World Star. And World Star is a compilation of just decadent culture, right? So they grab the media, right? So they grab the World Star media, and then they begin to disperse or proliferate. I forgot the S in disperse. Sorry. Disperse or proliferate said content or media. I like to use the term media in this case, right? So, a group of grifters, they organize, they band together, behind a particular purpose. And usually the purpose is, in this case, let's call it Elon bucks, right? Let's call it Elon bucks, right? So the group of grifters want Elon bucks, right? And that's your Twitter situation, right? So they organize, maybe in a Telegram group, they go to World Star, they find fight videos, then they disperse and proliferate the media. And, they add some sort of funky headline, like, and usually what they do is they race bait, right? So you'll see a video where right now what's popular is black beats white teen, right? So that's the thing that's popular right now. So so the grifters get together, they want Elon bucks, they organize in a Telegram group, they go to World Star Media, and then they begin to disperse and proliferate this media, and this media is usually race bait, right? And or one of the pieces right now that is bait. Now there are other types of bait, so actually let's do it like this. Let's just type in bait, and then let's do race bait. Let's do race bait, and then I'll list the different types of bait that we see today. So we got race bait, and then you have you got foreign war debate, foreign war bait. I don't need bait here because it's already there. You got foreign war, you got sexuality, you have intersexual dynamics, right? And the list goes on, right? So a lot of the target here. How do I fit the target? The target here are how do we actually, let's create a new box so we have some understanding of what's going on here. So let's take this box and let's duplicate this, and let's bring this over here so we can talk more about this phenomenon, right? So really what we have here is the target are boomers, I don't know what term to use here, but not tech savvy, which also could be boomers, ignorant, and low IQ, right? So these are their targets. These are the people that they're targeting, right? I'll even throw in white trash in here just to really round this out and give you a concept of what's happening here, right? Like who they're targeting, right? And that's specifically for the race bait, right? So the target is boomers, people who are not tech savvy, ignorant people, low IQ people, and sometimes these people could be white trash. Somebody said easily manipulated. Okay, so let's type in, that's going to be emotional. Good point. I love that. See, we're working together here. This is great. So, and also the emotional, which could be, and predominantly time, women and effeminate men, right? So these are their target. This is their target base. Okay. Also, I should throw in here nationalists, right? But specifically ignorant nationalists, because there are good nationalists, and it could be even Christian nationalists. Christians are targeted here. That's a huge one, actually. Christians are targeted. That's a huge one right now. So when we think about race bait, let's type in another example here, Christian, right? So, for example, with the Christian stuff now, we're seeing, oh my God, Israel is killing Christians in Palestine, right? So they use these triggers to sort of bait people, right? Cool. So now let's talk about this loop, right? And is there a here we go, cycle. So let's bring this in here, right? Oops. Let's bring this in here and let's bring our hold on, let's try this again. Why is it? Oh my God. Let's try this again. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I'll do this easier. We'll do this. This is an easier way to do this. Let's do this and then start a clean slate, right? So let's go there. Boom. All right. Now, I don't know how to add more than one here, but we'll make it do what it do, right? So can you guys see that? Is it small? All right. So let's close that. All right. So now you should see it big, right? So now we have the reaction industry loop, right? So we've talked about the reaction industry. So it's going to start here. It's going to start with, let's call it the Illuminati. Actually, let's not call it the Illuminati. Let's call it lizard men, right? So we have the lizard men begin the thing. It starts with the lizard men, right? And then the lizard men, they drop down their marching orders, right? Their marching orders go down, and then hold on a second. And then the lizard men, they pass this down to the agencies, right? It goes to the agencies. And once it goes to the agencies, after the agencies, it goes to the grifter class, right? So then it goes to the grifter class. And the grifter class is made up of influencers and politicians who sometimes are the same people. If you look at the politicians in America today, they act like influencers, right? AOC, she acts like an influencer. Marjorie Taylor Greene acts like an influencer, right? A lot of it is about, just trying to be popular on social media. Vivek Ramaswamy is a great example of this, right? Where Vivek Ramaswamy, while he was running for office, you saw him all over the place. And then I saw somebody the other day, they said, where's Vivek? How come we're not seeing Vivek like we used to? And it's because his role is over. He's moving on to waiting to see how he's going to fit into Trump's cabinet, and then he'll start his supreme grift back up, right? So, all right. So it starts with the lizard men. Lizard men, obviously the lizard men, there are intermediaries between the lizard men and the agencies, but to make this simple, the lizard men pass it down to the agencies pass it down to the grifter class, and the grifter class, let's get rid of this. Then the grifter class, what they do is they, create the media or pass along media, right? So then down here we have media, right? And that could be all, as we said before, all forms of media, okay? And then once the media, now the media is going to pass it down to the hoi polloi, okay? That's going to be your everyday commoner, right? And usually the hoi polloi are very common people. Okay, they're not tech savvy. They don't know how to detect when something is AI. They don't know how to detect when something is fake news. You'll see a lot of these grifters, they'll post something on social media and then they'll get community noted, right? And then the community notes basically saying, this is fake news. So the hoi polloi it usually is not tech savvy, right? So now what happens is, it's going to go to, in this particular case, we're going to talk about the race bait reactionary industry, right? So in this case, we're talking about the race bait reaction industry, right? So basically what happens, it goes to, let's change hoi polloi to red whites, right? So it goes to the red whites. And now the red whites react, right? Somebody got beat up, some white kid got beat up by some black folks, right? And then the red whites react, right? So the red whites react to said video. And usually it's dog whistle racism, they use terms like thug and oh my God and woe is me and all this other bitch ass shit, right? And then what happens is it gets to black people, right? So in this case, what happens is it gets to black people, right? And it goes to black people. And I'm probably going to have to remove the lizard men from this loop at some point as I'm working through this. I'm starting to realize it, right? So then it goes to black people. So then black people see this reaction from the red whites. And then black people react. Okay? In fact, it is actually becoming very simple now. Black people react. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's set them to the side. Let's set, because they just inject the loop, right? They just inject the loop. And then they react. Let me see how I can balance this out here. Give me just a moment to balance this out. Move that there. All right, cool. So this is fairly decent enough to understand what's going on here. But this is the loop that we tend to see, right? So the lizard men and the agencies inject the agenda, right? In this case, it's going to be race baiting, keeping people divided, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to come in and it's going to go to the grifter class, right? I wanted to change that color, but for the sake of brevity, let's not worry about it. So the lizard men and the agencies, pass down said information. It goes to grifter class. Grifter class creates the media, right? Then the media gets to the red whites, and then the red whites, they react. And then the black people react off of the red whites. And then the actions of the black people gets picked up by the grifter class, and the grifter class turns it into media. Then it goes to the red whites, and the red whites react, and then black people react, and it just keeps going over and over again, right? So basically what happens is you're stuck in this loop. We are stuck in this loop, us as a nation, people. And again, this can be anything. This can be Iran. If we were to do, we could do the same thing with Israel, right? We could do the same thing with people in Palestine, right? So, all we got to do is change this to pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. And it's the same thing. It's the same exact Middle East bait reaction loop. Middle East bait reaction industry loop. And this is an industry because people are getting rich off of this. Mostly the grifter class. The grifter class, this is who's getting rich. Okay? Because they're getting the Elon bucks. Okay? Stuart said, this is out, don't lose this H. They just got to go in the Hotep school curriculum. I got all of it here. I got it all here. I got it all in one document. So we got this. So the lizard men create the agenda. Agenda comes in. The grifters get it. They work on it. They create media. The media comes with, headlines, right? Or captions, right? So let's add that here. So the grifters usually have headlines. This is how they manipulate you. Headlines and captions, right? So you'll often see that the headlines or captions don't exactly describe what you'll see in the media. Those two things sometimes will contradict each other. You'll see in the media that, for example, they may say something like, I saw one, it was a Palestine video. There were protesters, Palestinian protesters in New York City, and this guy is walking through the mob of people. And the caption reads, "Man, viciously attacked by Palestinian protesters." But you watch the video and they just pushed him out of the crowd. They basically said, look, you do not belong here. They pushed him out of the crowd and towards the police. Now, I don't see any attack. He didn't have any bruises on him. He wasn't bleeding. There was nothing. So he wasn't attacked. So what they do is they gaslight, right? So let's add that to the loop because that's very important. Because what they do is they gaslight the red whites. Somebody's getting gaslit. The same thing happens in the Palestine conversation, right? So they'll find some video of some dead Israelis or some dead Palestinians, and then the caption says one thing, and then you go read, and it's just like, oh, these people were pretending this was staged or it's a music video. So they'll gaslight the next group, and then the next group will react. Red whites react, and then when they react, black people react, and then the reaction from black people goes back to the grifter class, and they go, look at how these people are acting, right? Also, it could come in a form of insults, right? Insults and mislabeling, right? So, for example, something happened last week. I forget what it was. But, who was it that they called a thug last week? They were like, oh, look at this thug. And I just thought it was just absolutely hilarious, right? So, the gaslighting, so there's gaslighting, there's insults, and then there's mislabeling, right? So the grifter class, again, media, headlines and captions, they gaslight and mislabel people. That gets to the red whites react. Black people see what the red whites have said, and then they react, right? So how do the Hoteps play into all of this? Well, the truth of the matter is, and at this point I definitely want to find how to colorize this. How do I change the color? Oh, there it is. Size and rotation, position. Oh no, it has a drop shadow. That's what it is. I don't want a drop shadow. Why is it faint? What is this? Give me my arrow, you bitch. Let me try this one. Oh wait, did I find it? You can't see that. Oh, there we go. Boom. So here we go. So at some point you have to recognize and then exit the loop, right? And that's what I did, right? I noticed that the grifter class were gaslighting and creating this bait. And then I reacted to it like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it's election year. Why are you guys doing this? And going back to what we were talking about in yesterday's presentation is understanding, right? And that's what is going to help you here is you have to begin to understand your circumstances, right? So what I did was I took a second, right? Pause and stop, right? And then I began to try to understand. So that's why I decided to take a think, right? And I decided to take a think. I said, well, what is going on here? And it's like, okay, there is, and this comes back to being able, the fact that I wrote my book, The Patriot Report, A Massive Conspiracy of Money and War, available on HotepJesus.com. And in there, we're talking about, like, from Carol Quigley, Tragedy of Hope, this balance of power, right? So the lizard people at some point put their chips behind the left wing media, the narrative, all of that stuff. And then all of a sudden they decide, okay, this left wing has grown grossly into this monster. And what they don't want is they don't want the monster to become too big to control, because that's a Frankenstein scenario. So they say we have to balance out the monster. So then they shift things to the right wing. And that's when me and Uncle Hotep are talking about who got the call. We saw recently The Rock said he's not, co-signing Biden. He's disappointed in his administration. And Stephen A. Smith and all these other people have come out. And they're not saying that they're pro-Trump or anything like that. But you're starting to notice that it's okay to ridicule the Biden administration. And that's because they're trying to create a particular balance of power. Okay. So when I sat back and analyzed, I began to overstand and understand. And the issue is right here. Okay. You cannot react. That's what they want. This thing, this reaction industry loop is called the reaction industry loop because it's based on and relies on your reactions. Now, there are instances where you can react, but it has to be cold and calculated. Okay. People that I see do this very well are like Goldstein. He's a very cold and calculated killer when it comes to the social medias. Okay. Now, how do you know the difference between a cold reaction and a hot reaction? And we covered this yesterday in our emotional intelligence, where we were talking about what is your body temperature. You have to take your temperature before you react. So if your temperature is hot, that is not a good reaction. If your temperature is cold, if you are at a point of ma'at or balance or harmony within the body as far as your temperature is controlled, now you can be a cold, calculated killer. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, you have to exit this loop, or if you're going to participate in this loop, what you really want to do is you want to be a disruptor. Okay. You want to disrupt this loop. And that's what I like to do. I like to come in and I'm that guy who the loop gets to me and it stops. So it doesn't even reach the next destination. Right. You'll have to go around me. Okay. So this is why I'm not popular amongst the grifter class. Okay. This is why a lot of particular types of media don't want to talk to me, because I'm not a part of this game. And this game is lucrative. It's an industry. This loop is an industry. There's money to be made here. And when it gets to Hotep Jesus, I stop the money. And that's what they don't like. And you'll see this in the media. Now, I spoke about this yesterday. Much of this stuff relies on, let's come back to the first page, low IQ people, ignorant people, white trash, emotional people. That's what this relies on. And, the fact of the matter is these grifters, they don't respect you. They don't respect, she said, HJ came in raining on folks' parade. This is what I do. So they don't respect you because they know you're a boomer. They know you're not tech savvy. So they can scam you because you're ignorant and you're low IQ and you're emotional. You react emotionally. You're a victim of symbolism, right? So the American flag, they can use that against you. right? So if they want to invoke an emotion out of you, what they'll do is they'll put an image of the United States of America flag on fire. And then now you're emotional. Or if you're Christian, they'll publish a story of Christians in Palestine were killed, right? So they like to play on your emotions, but it's because they control you with the symbolism and the things that you believe you're supposed to have faith in, right? So a lot of this stuff is very, very religious, even when it's not technically religious. Nationalism is a form of religion, okay? Where your God is represented by the flag and the national anthem. This is why you'll see so many people get emotional when they'll see something that says, let's go back here, the Black national anthem, right? So the grifter class, they see this happen at, the Super Bowl or whatever, right? Then they'll create the media headlines. Then they'll gaslight and they'll say things like, oh my God, when was there a Black national anthem? Meanwhile, there's, I grew up knowing the Black national anthem since I was a little boy. I hate it. I don't like the song as it's traditionally performed. But I know it exists, right? And then they get that to the red whites, and the red whites go, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Then they react, and then the Black people react to these people, and then the loop continues again. You see what I'm saying? So when the lizard men and the agencies decide to insert the Black national anthem into a game, they're not doing it to appease Blacks. They're doing it to feed this race bait reaction industry loop. And that allows them to keep control over the group so that these two groups, the red whites and the Black people, are always at odds, right? So I'll go to another example for you, and I'm going to pick on Gothics here. And then we'll get to some more news in a little bit here. But I want to show you, we're going to go to Gothic's page, shout out to Vanessa, and she's somebody who's caught in this loop, right? She's grifting the loop, okay? She's grifting this loop. So here she says, hear me out. If the Black community isn't a monolith, then why is there so much animosity towards Black conservatives, libertarians, or literally anyone who doesn't align with progressive thought? So really what she's practicing here are several things in our reactionary loop. The first thing is that she does very well here is she's gaslighting. Now, I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or out of ignorance, but she's gaslighting, right? She's gaslighting. That's what she's practicing right now. I'm going to say it one more time. She's gaslighting the Black community. And by gaslighting the Black community with her headlines and captions, what she does is she triggers the red whites react to her content, then Black people react to, and then the loop continues, right? So she's participating in this and she's profiting from this industry, this reaction industry loop, okay? And hold on a second. I'm just fixing this on the screen. Shout out for the super. We're going to get to the super in just a minute. Hit our goal. Thank you very much. So let's go back to Gothics, right? So I said she was gaslighting. So here she says something quite contradictory. She says the Black community is not a monolith, yet she's saying that they follow progressive thought. Now, the fact of the matter is the Black community does not follow progressive thought. There's nothing progressive about the Black community. The Black community as a whole is very, very, very conservative, very homophobic, okay? And so what happens is, because she doesn't have any close proximity with Blacks, is my guess, real Blacks, not boule Blacks, or white Blacks, as I like to call them. Really what happens here is she's judging the Black community based upon university Blacks, okay? And university Blacks are Black people who end up in the university system that are indoctrinated by socialist, progressive, liberal, communist, socialist thought, okay? So they have their mind basically zapped when they go to the university. Now, the issue is these university Blacks are used by the agencies to represent black people. So you'll think that Don Lemon represents black people. You'll think that Whoopi Goldberg represents black people. But the only people who look to these people for, you know, any sort of insight are university blacks. You always notice that the more quote unquote educated someone is, the more they'll be aligned with progressive thought. Okay. And this is what happened to some of the black boomer class. You know, college was cheap. They went and they learned at these universities, and they feed into and this is why I say Marx is right, where he denigrates the middle class, and he's right about the middle class. He's very, very right about the middle class. He's wrong about the solution to the problem, but he's right that the middle class is a detriment to the lower class, okay? Because they carry this perceived notion that they're better than somebody because they've earned a higher income and they have a higher level of education. But many of these university blacks have a higher level of education, but they have no original thought. And this is why Gothics believes that they are a monolith, okay? So when she talks about animosity towards black conservatives, she's not actually talking about black conservatives. The animosity is not towards black conservatives, it's towards black grifters. Okay, black grifters who happen to align with red whites. We can't call them conservatives because they are not conservative, because nothing that they do follows conservative principles. They are conservative in talking points only. Secondly, the libertarians, I don't see much pushback from the black community towards libertarians. When I look at the black people on my timeline that don't align with conservatives, they do seem very libertarian or conservative in principle. Okay. So again, either Vanessa is an agent, right? Or she's just ignorant, right? So she might be in this target demographic, or she might not. Now, I've interviewed her before. She is not knowledgeable, but I think she is intelligent. So I think I would have to say she's in this grifter class, right? Where, you know, she's published this documentary about her struggles with black people and being kicked out the gamer community, and black people in the gamer community don't like her because she thinks differently, so on and so forth. And I get that. That is absolutely true. However, to label that as all black people is ignorant, and then she feeds into this cycle. Okay, so I don't want to pick on Gothics anymore. I just want to use that real life example so you can see how the gaslighting, the headlines, and the captions feed into this reactionary loop where you actually don't have to participate. You don't have to be a part of the gaming community, because there is no gaming community. What you have is lizard men and agencies funding and controlling gamer media, because we're talking about media here. And what you can do is you can create a parallel economy, you can create your own media, and there are a lot of conservative type gamer communities. Right. So when they say gamer community, what they're saying is, what they're admitting is that they've allowed the left to own gaming. Right. And you can talk about, you know, some of the stuff happening in video games themselves and how it's becoming woke. And I will not deny that. That definitely happens. OK. Strong Dad say, you know what? This stream is so good that I'm actually going to log off and download this stream to listen while I'm refinishing cabinets tomorrow. I appreciate you, man. Salute, salute, salute. B's Basic Bites says Black National Anthem is designed for division. It's not designed for division. It is used for division. Those are two completely different things. It existed because we were already divided. Okay, so because we were not a part of this country, black people were not a part of this country. For example, in World War I, we weren't allowed to fight. We were relegated to the positions of the kitchen, right? And so on and so forth. So there was segregation within the actual army. So you weren't treated as quote unquote equals, right? And so we had to create our own institutions and our own anthems, right? And then what happens is, because those things exist, they use them as tools of divisiveness. You know what I'm saying? So let's finalize here and then get to some other news. What we have to do is we have to exit the loop. We have to exit the loop. Follow this arrow. Get out of the loop. Mute these accounts. Do whatever you have to do. I mean, you don't have to mute them. You can observe them. I don't like to mute them. I like to observe them because it lets me know, where the lizard men and agencies are placing their chips. So I like to watch them. I like to monitor everything, but I don't react to it. Now, what happens is you have some people who are aware of this industry, okay? And then you'll have this grifter class reemerge here. Wait, hold on a second. You'll have the grifter class reemerge right here. Okay, so you'll have black people who understand this reactionary loop industry, and they begin to gaslight, insult, mislabel, and they participate in this industry reaction loop. And these are race bait and grifters. Tariq Nasheed may fall into that category, where he uses that to ingratiate himself and basically siphon energy from his audience and turn it into dollars. And so I don't participate in that because I'm part of that 5% of the righteousness who recognize the loop, make people aware of the loop, but do not participate in the loop. Although I could participate in the loop and make a pretty penny, I don't think I'd be able to sleep well at night. I just don't. For something tells me I wouldn't be able to sleep well at night. I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I don't know what it is about me, but yeah, I just it would make my stomach hurt to knowingly participate in it. Now, sometimes what I might do is I may experiment. Right. So I'll throw something in the water to see how people react, to help me understand this loop, to help me understand, what are the triggers for these people. Right. And then we can do valuable things with that data and information. OK. Things are popping off in the Middle East right now. Top off your gas tank. So let's talk about that. That is this reactionary loop, the Middle East bait reaction industry loop. So that's a whole nother loop that exists as well. And we have Hairway to Steven falling for that. It is a distraction. It is a distraction, right? To make you react. Don't react. Ignore. These things are distractions. So what should be here when we leave the loop, what are we leaving the loop for? When we leave the loop, what are we leaving the loop for? Right? And in our case, it is quite simple. Hotepistan. Right? But Hotepistan is really just a synonym for Hotep and build, right? Create Ma'at in peace and build. What is it that you're working on? Where could you be placing your energy and attention instead of what the lizard men and the agencies want you to pay attention to? That's why we say a lot of this stuff it's a distraction. Police shot a black man, distraction. White man got beat up by a black man, distraction. Leave the loop, Hotep and build. Leave the loop, Hotep and build. Focus on you. Focus on your family. Focus on your community. We have the Hotep community. What can you do to help your community? These are the things that we want to begin to focus our attention on. Okay. So when I talk about these things, and some people will say, Hotep Jesus, you do these, you do your show and you talk about these current events, But what I like to do is I like to frame everything in everybody's mind. And that's the part some people miss. They say, you're talking about the distraction. However, when I talk about the distraction, I frame it as a distraction to my audience so their mind can compartmentalize it where it needs to be. So when it enters the subconscious mind, it doesn't enter the subconscious mind as a virus. It enters the subconscious mind as a tool, something that can be used for your own benefit. Okay? Getting scoliosis. Yeah, there you go. Let's get swole, right? Go to the gym, leave this loop, and Hotep and build. Okay. So with that being said, let's go into some more news here. Jimmy Doss Hotep says Syscoin and Super Dap is going to change the game. Salute. Kelson, $50 super. He says a few shekels of appreciation for this presentation. Hotep to all in attendance. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's take a look. AOC is pumping. I don't know if you guys know this. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, no. Where is it? Hold on. Let me bring it up on the screen. I'm sorry. Hold on. It's in a different browser. No. Stop it. Okay, here we go. Let's go here. Let's go there. All right, let's bring this up on your screen now. You should see it. All right, cool. Here we go. Boom. So AOC, I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, there's a very big meme coin rally happening. They have political tokens, right? So one of the political tokens that you can see on the screen is AOC. And today we witnessed a huge pump up to about 0.003 USD on the AOC meme coin, and has since tanked and is coming back down, somewhere in the range of this floor, right? But if we take a look, this is a pretty decent looking chart. It's a decent looking chart. Like if you told me this was a stock, I'm like, this is a really good stock to buy, right? So I think, the floor on this thing maybe, if it breaks this floor at 0.0014 about, then the next floor is going to be 0.001. What does that say? 0.011. Yeah, 0.011. So keep an eye on it. Play responsibly. Oh, that's what I'll say. I'll say play responsibly. This is not investment advice, but I do like to keep my audience aware of what's happening because, again, like we said, there's this reactionary loop and all these things they want you to pay attention to, but it's just like money's being printed. Okay, money's being printed right in front of our eyes, and if you're cold and calculated enough, you can get a piece of this American pie. Okay, so that's AOC. You guys can take a look at that, just make sure you buy the right token. In order to do that, you got to have the right CA. Okay, got to have the right address. And if you guys need that, let me know. So yeah, all right. So boom. So we talked about that, the AOC pump, a lot of great things happening in the world of crypto. Let's reach down in the grift bag. Check this out. Bing, bang, boom. BlackRock launches Bitcoin ETF advertising campaign on Bloomberg's homepage. Amazing. So, while everybody's distracted by whatever the fuck, big things are going on. Okay. Here's another story. this is I got to talk about this because this one annoyed me. You know, this is annoying to me. Shout out to Mark. So the headline here reads, Hog Wild. Filings show left-wing Gen Z PAC blew more than $1 million on travel expenses, consultants, and spent little on candidates, right? So, again, like I told people, you know, politics is a grift, okay? It's a grift. And it's a legal grift. It's a legal grift. If these things are business expenses, you don't have to, the money doesn't have to get to candidates. Right? It doesn't have to. The whole politics system is a big scam, a legal scam. Now, the thing that upset me was I saw people passing around this viral situation of some girl from an Asian country debating David Hogg. And the headline is, David Hogg gets owned by, you know, some Asian chick. And I'm just like, why is this news? Why is this news? Why are we making him relevant? Right? So warning to you guys, do not like repost this stuff. Like, do not, like when they bring, like he's an idiot. Like he's just a child. He doesn't know shit. His dad's a federal agent. And the right wing just continues to take people like him and the others I don't want to name and keep propping them up and keep giving them a platform. And it's just fucking disgusting. It's just disgusting. We gotta let these people just float into oblivion of irrelevance. Anyway, let's talk about Big Brother tech. New Big Brother tech hit. So another thing that right wing does is they talk about the crime created by Democratic policies, and we have to do something about it. And again, they're in a different reactionary loop, except in this reactionary loop is Big Brother tech. And let's take a look.
Now we're locked in.
What you're about to see.
So that's going to be your aiming point.
White settlement police say.
And you're going to press arm.
Will be a game changer.
3, 2, 1.
A new tracking dart. Officers can launch from their patrol cars and stick to the back of a suspect vehicle trying to get away.
Now you can see it sticks and it's very difficult to get off.
Officers then follow the car with GPS instead of chasing it.
You go do your thing. We're going to cool off for a couple minutes, let you cool off, and then we're going to come back on my time now.
That's safer, Chief Christopher Cook says.
Police chases are probably one of the most dangerous activities that a law enforcement officer gets involved in. They're very unpredictable.
A handful of times a year, chases involving his officers end with a crash.
And so, yeah, we've had some close calls.
The new technology from company Star Chase will allow officers to back off, hopefully leading suspects to slow down.
They don't feel the heat as much, so they return to more of a normal speed. They don't run a red light and crash into a family.
But it comes at a cost. Each device runs 20 grand.
Damn.
White Settlement is buying more than a dozen. The chief calls it an investment in lives for the public, the suspects, and his officers, who will still try to make the arrest.
Get the bad guy, maybe just kind of do it on our time and not theirs.
In White Settlement, I'm Cole Sullivan.
Now, when I'm watching this, the first thing I'm watching for is this real? Is this real? It appears real. I gotta be honest with you. It appears real. Like this is a real thing. Let's translate post. What is it saying? GPS dart is a clever way to track criminals without car chase. So that reactionary loop, we can create another reactionary loop for crime. Democrats bad. Democrats create crime. Red whites react. Government reacts to red whites. Big Brother explodes. Now, Big Brother's watching yo ass, red whites. Now they tag yo ass and take away your guns, and now you're upset. Or Jan 6 happens, right? And you end up on a list. So be careful. Be careful what you feed into, because what you feeding your energy into might come back and bite you. Okay. All right, cool. Let's go to phone lines. Text Hotep your name at 202-596-5631. Text Hotep your name at 202-596-5631. And I'll be right back after this short, brief commercial break.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
Shout out to this going. Make sure you hit the link in the description box below to join our Telegram group. No callers yet. Shout out to Cassius Cam. Cassius Cam says with the $5 super.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Says the whole crew, Hotep and building a roof, listening to the Grift Report. Shout out to the crew on the roof. Shout out to the crew on the roof. You know, these are the type of people I was thinking about when I created this show. I said, what time slot would be good that works with my schedule and all of that. And I said, I kind of want to talk to people at work. You know, you're sitting at your desk and it's like, what are you going to be listening to, right? And I thought that would be a really, really good demographic to target. The working class. The working class. I want to talk to the working class. I think it's a great ear to have. Anyway, let's take a look at the Drudge, and I'm going to get out of here if you guys don't got no phone calls. And hopefully you got questions. Let's see what the Drudge is talking about. Let's see what reaction they're trying to invoke. So we got in red here on the Drudge. Iranian attack expected on Israel in the next 2 days. The next 2 days. How'd you come up with 2 days? Over the weekend? How did you come up with that attack in 2 days? Now, I don't want to click on it because I'm going to click on it, searching for answers to figure out why they said in the next 2 days, but I know it's not going to be there. So I'm going to click on it anyway, against my better judgment. See how they came up with this. Wall Street Journal. It won't load. It won't load. I think my browser's blocking it. Good. So the universe doesn't want me to click on it. Perfect. See that? I know. I see. I always follow your intuition. Jewish state bracing for unprecedented strike. Let's click on that one. I bet you it takes us to Yahoo. I don't understand what's going on with Yahoo. Did Yahoo buy the Drudge, y'all? Israel is bracing for a direct and unprecedented attack by Iran on government targets as soon as Saturday, according to people familiar with Western intelligence assessments. Okay, so Western intelligence has found this information. Okay. A move that has the potential to trigger all-out regional war, as if they haven't been in an all-out regional war already. Anyway. Wait, remember the remember this meme? Anybody remember this meme? Here it is right here. This old ancient meme. Right? Anybody remember this meme? It's old, man. Old. So you look at this stuff, right? I think, what does that say? Kazakhstan? Afghanistan? I don't know what these other ones say. Iraq, Libya, Syria, Egypt, Iran. There were several versions of this. But everybody knew the sequence of events. We all know what's going on here. At least the Hoteps know what's going on. So this is not, it's not a shocker for me or anybody paying attention. Like, you kind of knew. It was just more of a matter of time before they provoked something between them and Iran. Some people say it's oil interests, and it could be. And obviously oil is going to react and all of that stuff. That's what what's name was talking about earlier. So yeah. The funny thing is the reaction to the price reaction pumps it more. Right? Supply and demand. If the demand goes up, the price goes up. So Iran announcement happens. Oil reacts. People react to oil reacting. So the price goes up. Y'all run out and buy gas, and the price goes up some more. So you contribute to the shit. Okay? Oh yeah, where's that dude that wanted to argue about the chakra rocks? Where'd he go? He's not here today? Anyway. Yeah, he not here. He don't want that work. He probably went and tried to do research on whatever it is he thought his theory was and found out there's nothing there. Let's go back. You guys can see? Okay. First criminal trial, Cohen, prepare for surprise, 72 hours until all hell breaks loose. What? Trump tries to boost support for Truth Social as DJT stock tanks. All right. Don't care. I did not buy any of the DJT stock. And I don't think I will. I got some of that Trump meme coin though.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I got some of that Trump meme coin though. Okay, what do we have? The actual Civil War. So yeah, we looked at this or some of this yesterday. Anything else new on here? House finally passed a surveillance bill. Yeah, we looked at that. Yeah, what is this? 16 injured as driver in stolen 18-wheeler truck intentionally plows into Texas Department of Safety building. Damn, that's tragic. That's gotta suck. There are border officers. These are border officers migrants fear. They are not Americans. Okay. Russian troops disappearing in mass. HJ 10xing on a Trump coin. I hope so. I hope so. And then reinvest those gains or re-gamble those gains, I should say. U.S.-China competition to field drone swarms could fuel arms race. Nothing burger. There's nothing there to be concerned with. One of the world's highest cities rationing water for 9 million people. Okay. Paramount shows Gladiator 2 as Disney goes R-rated. Y'all, I've been hearing good things about the X-Men show. I might watch that today, actually. Fast rise in AI nudes of teens. What the fuck? Has prepared schools and legal systems scrambling. Yeah, I think you should lock up anybody who does AI nudes. Like if you take a woman's face and like put it on, some porn or something like that, you gotta lock you up. You gotta do 10 years minimum. Simple, 10 years minimum. And people who create that technology, yeah, like if you create an AI specifically for those purposes, we gotta lock you up 10 years minimum, maybe 20, maybe life. I don't know. Hotepistan is very strict. But that's really weird. That's really weird. Like, bro, like, y'all ain't getting no butt. You got to take a girl you don't know. I remember I told you I want to talk about this. This is rape. It's rape. This is virtual rape. If you take a girl you don't know, you take her face and you put it on AI and then publish it for the world to see, it's still rape if you don't publish it. But if you publish it for the world to see, first of all, you're a sick bastard if you're doing this. First of all, you're just sick. Like, you're sick. There's enough real women out there exposing their body on OnlyFans. Nala Fitness account still up. It's enough of that you ain't got to superimpose people's faces on it. That's weird, bro. That's really fucking weird. I think it's digital rape, okay? Especially if you publish it. That's just digital rape, and it needs to be dealt with harshly. Harshly. The X-Men joint is dope. Fire. Let's check out some CBDC news. Let's see what's happening in the world of banking. Hold on. Some interesting developments. So Hong Kong still cautious about a retail CBDC. Australians don't want a retail CBDC. You can see that here. Australia, they're still in a trial for their CBDC. Who is this? We need a new form of cash. What is this? Let's look at this. This might be paid. It might be a paid article. Let's read this. We might. Okay. All right, let's go. Physical cash is extraordinary. Okay, so physical cash, truly radical product. Wait, what the Richard Gendall Brown? Got to keep an eye on this cat. All right, let's see what it says. It lets you pay somebody instantly with finality. It works when the power grid is off. It gives a regular person the ability to hold a financial claim against their country's central bank. Nobody needs permission to use it, and nobody gets to find out what you spent it on. It is an instrument of personal liberty, but also an enabler of crime. Oh, my fucking God. The money's enabling crime. This is where we're at right now. It's fucking ridiculous. We're on the cusp of a new era for money as we currently know it, with retail central bank digital country initiatives being undertaken around the world. But how can a person's liberty that physical cash enables be preserved while ensuring the CBDC does not unleash a tidal wave of unstoppable, untraceable illegal activity? All right, so I get where he's going. He basically wants to surveil everybody to eliminate crime, but it's not going to work. Let's see what he says about privacy. What about my privacy? But how should a CBDC work? What features should it have? Blah, 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 blah. He says, for every well-meaning politician, there is a citizen who suspects they secretly want to control what I can spend my own money on. How can we balance these computing desires? Da, 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 da. The correct answer isn't infinity, as is effectively the case with cash, but surely no. All right, so a recent survey, so this is a theoretical consideration. Wait, what does this say? A recent survey from the BIS found that both the provision of privacy protection and information about privacy benefits increase participants' willingness to use CBDC. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The intermediated model. Okay, yeah. All right, so check this out. Private firms, instead of the government, would have direct commercial relationships with customers, and personally identifiable data will be kept away from the core record of financial transactions, also known as a ledger. This would mean that the central bank only provides the core infrastructure and ledger for CBDC, while private firms would act as wallet providers, which would ease privacy concerns, especially if the privacy promises were backed by the force of law. This is a roundabout way of saying you have no privacy. Oh, the central bank won't be able to see your shit, but this private firm. So I already see what's going on here. So basically what they're saying is, right, I'm going to show you right here. Private firms instead of the government. We're dealing with money here, people. Money. Okay? So what they're saying is we're going to give all the power to JP Morgan. JP Morgan is going to control things. I think people call this like corporate fascism or something like that. Corporatocracy. That's what this is. So JP Morgan, it's a slick way of saying, hey, we're protecting your privacy, but we're also going to feed the conspiracy theorists, because the conspiracy theorists say that the corporations, there is no government, it's only corporations. And they're basically saying, look, there's a government, but we're going to pass this on to the private firms as a solution to your worries about the government snooping on you. These motherfuckers are slick, bro. Slick. The solution to your problem is to exacerbate another problem that is a so-called conspiracy theory. Justine said, JP Morgan being in control is so reassuring. Exactly. Exactly. I don't even want to read no more. This is just, he's Richard Gendall, Chief Technology Officer at R3, he's a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, Richard. Unless I'm reading this wrong, I apologize if I am, but you're a piece of shit. Let's see if he's not. Let me see. It is only central banks who have the historic privilege and political position to allow it to happen, and only thinking technology providers that have the expertise to make it happen. Think about the prize and on offer to implement a sufficiently free digital currency that preserves and propagates citizens' historic rights to spend their money on what they please while massively mitigating the extreme misuse we see with cash today. So he's basically making a case against cash. Fuck him. Fuck you, Richard Gendall Brown. Richard Gendall Brown, fuck you. A huge fuck you, okay? 2 middle fingers, double-fisted, you bitch. How dare you write this article about eliminating cash? We need a new form of cash. That's the headline. We need a new form of cash. If it's a CBDC, it's not cash.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
CBDC can never replace cash. And they always try to say things like digital cash, digital cash, digital cash to confuse what cash is. In the future, people will say cash, and it won't mean the same thing as cash today. So when people go and do history, 100 years from now, 60 years from now, 80 years from now, people do the history and they read our history books and we mention cash. In their minds, they'll be thinking about the cash of their time and not the cash of our time. And this is some real 1984 George Orwell shit going on here with the word cash. That's what's happening here. Okay. JP Morgan integrates JP Coin with, so yeah, they basically got a partnership going on with a liquidity company. RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, says that basically people don't want the CBDC in Australia. What else is here? Yeah, all right. So last spot, let's check science.com. I know I can't go there directly, so I have to type in science.com into the Google and then bring it up. And let's see if there's anything interesting on science.com. Genome widescreen of dendritic cells. Really? So dendrites are like the little antennas. This is interesting. Let's click on this story. All right, so basically a bunch of science jargon I'm not gonna fucking understand. And I would have to sit down. It'll take me at least, you see this paragraph right here? It'll take me 30 minutes to sit here and decipher what the fuck they're talking about. Because I'd have to look up every single term and then come back. Long COVID trials aim to clear lingering virus and help patients in need. Oh God, what are they talking about now? Can we trust science.com? I don't think we can trust science.com. Stellar magnetism produced by a merger. Oh my God. Interesting. All right, so that's our cursory look at science.com. What's happening with the chat? Where my rumblers at? I ain't checked on my rumblers all day. I'm sorry, Rumble. I've been neglecting you. Ty, what up, yo? There is no black community? Why do people say that? Why do people say there is no black community? Does anybody in the chat agree that there is no black community? And can you tell me why there isn't? Call in 609. Wait, what is my number? 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Call in and explain this bullshit to me. What do you mean there is no black community? What does that mean? Why do y'all say that? And before I give you hell, I want to give you the opportunity to explain yourself. That's what I'm going to be fair. I just want to give you the opportunity to explain yourself. Right now, it sounds like some bullshit. What do you mean there's no black community? What does that mean? I want to understand you first. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. The fuck does that mean? There is no black community. Uh-oh. Hold on. I got to make a trade. Hold on. I just saw the candle I've been looking for. All right, boom, done. Just saw the candle. I just saw the candle. There you go. There's that green candle I've been waiting for. Remember I told y'all the floor was right here? What did I say? 0.001 something? It's like somewhere around here. So I think we might get a bounce. And hopefully it goes above our previous high. Might get a bounce. Let's take a look at that wick. Yeah, we might get a bounce. The sell volume has been going down and the buy volume's going up. Yeah, we might get a bounce. I'm no TA guy, but yeah. That's the wick I was looking for though. All right, let me close that. Victor, where you at, yo? There is no black, only Hotep. I like that.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Does that sound like a red-white take? Yeah, Leah, it sounds like a red-white take. Leah said, then there is no white community. We are all Americans. Yeah, there you go.
Call from
Nero.
Nero, what's good, bro?
What's cracking, cuz?
What up? What you got for us today, man?
Yo, nothing much. Getting ready to go to work.
Okay, dope.
Boom, you know what I'm saying? Restaurant. That's the restaurant job, you know what I'm saying, on the weekend. So I can drink for free and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice.
And talk to women, and, you know what I'm saying? Eat some food. Get a good steak half off because I'm at the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not spending a lot of money. Feel me? You gotta find cheat codes. Feel me?
Absolutely.
But feel me? Beautiful presentation today.
Thank you, sir.
Respect it all day. I got Rochelle next to me. That's the Pog. Yeah.
Shout out to the Pog.
She wants to sit on your face.
Wait,
so,
what?
Yep. She's like, what is that?
She ain't say that.
Bro, that's how good the presentation was, man. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to impress the women out there, tell me, listen to Hotep Jesus.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. Shout out to her, man.
She over here like she all embarrassed. She red. She's a rog now.
Put her on the phone.
He wants to talk to you.
No. Nope.
Hello?
He don't want to talk to you, man. Too many people online. She didn't realize how touchable you was. Like, what? Nobody listens to the show, Rochelle. They'll listen to it like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, this black nigga. We should have listened to the black niggas. Would have been like, yeah.
The most underrated show on the internet.
Spaceship done came and got us. We got already.
Only people that watch this show are producers of other shows.
Yeah, God, the Ghost Riders, man. But nobody listens to this. Okay.
No.
That's what I'm saying, 1%, man.
1%,
looking
man.
at the go, man. These motherfuckers are retarded.
Yeah, pretty much.
Educated and retarded. I looked up the word education. It literally means like to train animals.
It means to train animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, God, bro. Let me get ready for work.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Hotep Bill.
Hotep Bill. This action is not condoned by the Park Patrol community. Yo, make sure y'all listen to the Haram Life podcast, on all of your favorite networks. Shout out to the Haram Life podcast. Appreciate you, bro. Taking a look at my feed here. Oh my God. Let's look at my feed. So if you guys participate in the meme world and you hit the right triggers, you start getting the AOC meme work. And this is what they do to my girl. This is just terrible.
Call from Murphy's Law.
Ghosting.
What up?
What up, cuz?
Oh, man, same old shit.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Hell of a show last night. Great show last night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate
that. I like the presentation today, man. That was pretty good shit. Breaking it down with the graph on their ass.
Yeah, I need the visual aid sometimes.
It's amazing how that shit goes. Like I said, you just plug pretty much anything in that bitch, and it all follows that same pattern.
They all follow the same pattern, correct?
And a lot could be said about how that was done to the left over the course of a few decades, but I don't really give a shit about what the fuck was done to the left. The left did what they did, and the left's too far gone to give a shit about it. Who cares?
That's true.
Yeah. But the right, on the other hand, like, who the fuck am I as a person to be like, oh, look at the left, when I have a fairly conservative viewpoint on how life should work, and my side of the fucking equation, quote unquote, is over here wilding the fuck out.
Right.
Right? It can't be said enough that you got to clean up your own side of the street first. Right?
Correct.
Now, if you want evidence of this, all you got to do is just look at the fucking fact that there was a meme that I commented on that I quote tweeted you where you said this is the woke right, and it was that meme with the four faces, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I commented on that motherfucker and said, "Who's the Mexican looking broad?" Right?
Okay.
That's all I said.
Okay.
All I said. And you'd be surprised. No, actually, you fucking wouldn't. How many people just went straight to that fucking dude that looks like a chick, thinking I'm talking about her? Yeah. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
All right. So it's like, hold on. I wanted to know who the fucking Mexican looking broad was.
Right.
There's only one fucking broad on the goddamn panel. Why is you talking about, oh, it really was a dude? I know who the fuck Blair White is. I've been knowing who the fuck Blair White is. I was on his motherfucking head, pause, when he was all up on Alex Jones doing that weird shit a few months ago or however long that. I know who the fuck Blair White is. I specifically asked who the Mexican looking broad was, and here y'all come. It's really a dude. That's how you know this shit has gone too far. See what I'm saying? That's how you know. It's just like a pre-programmed response.
You got Strong Dad with that one. He said that's a nigga. You got Strong Dad with that too.
Strong Dad called in the same goddamn show I called in on when we was banging on Blair Whitehead the other motherfucking month or two ago when that nigga was on that bullshit back then. And they was on Blair White's helmet talking about, oh, it's like, yo, Strong Dad, I know this. I didn't know who the fucking broad was. I know who she was. I know she's the OnlyFans bitch that turned Christian. I just didn't know her fucking name.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who's the Mexican looking broad? Right? It's like, goddamn. That's how you know the shit goes too far. That's how you know when the pre-programmed loop has gone too far.
It's working.
If you were one of them motherfuckers that checked in and said, "Yo, that's the dude," you need to step out of the loop. You got to get out the loop, man.
Got him caught up. So the chick you talking about is Nala Fitness, and she's a OnlyFans model who made $9 million and ended up on Michael Knowles' show, and the right was talking about her, and she's supposed to be, I think she found God or something like that.
Yeah, I fucking saw her on the Knowles show, and people were making a big goddamn deal about her.
Yeah.
I didn't know her fucking name, but I kind of fucking got her story through osmosis fucking around on Twitter. Then my old lady asked me, "Who is this fucking bitch on my feed?" And I'm like, "Yo, that's that fucking..." I thought she was Mexican because she looked Mexican. She looked like a straight Chicana from out this way, right? So I'm like, "Who's the Mexican broad?" And fucking, I wanted her name. Everybody talking about the fucking dude. Quit talking about that dude. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all always want to talk about the goddamn dudes that look like a bitch. From fucking what's his face, the dude on the beer can, to this nigga. They all up in your ranks, but it's more than that. If you can't see by this example that it's bigger than that, I don't know what to tell you. Because it's bigger than they just said, "Oh yeah, I like Trump too." It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
For you to be that goddamn snowed by the loop. I don't know.
So
all I know is
all you know is what?
I said all I know is they resurfacing the bullshit, but they've replaced it with abortion. That's the new one right now. That's the hot one.
Yeah, that's
what's happening out here.
Yeah, correct. Where do you stand on that?
Where do I stand on it? Listen. Do I believe abortion is the correct thing for a woman to do? Is it moral? No. Right? But do I believe that the state is the solution to that? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
And I can't give you a more clear-cut example as to why than what the fuck motherfuckers had to go through when they were telling you couldn't go pray on Sunday unless you were vaccinated. I can't point to a clearer fucking example as to why that's correct. Morally, it is wrong. It's abject behavior. That is my stance on abortion. It's even worse when you decide I'm going to compel people to listen to what the fuck I got to say, even if it's moral, through force. And that's ultimately what you do when you're sitting here advocating for the state to push restrictions on abortion like that.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're saying, I'm going to make you do this. So where does that stop legally speaking? Because we're sitting here, and this is crazy to me. This is something I will never till the end of my days understand. You're sitting here telling what? Go back to the loop again. You're telling your fucking followers, people you clearly don't like, you're telling them 90% of the time, because this is 90% of your content on a year in, year out basis, you're telling them how much the government is out to fuck them out. Beat them over the head, lock them up, kill them in some instances. How they're trying to rape your children, how they're trying to do all kinds of crazy shit. That's what you tell your fucking followers 90% of the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're telling them. And then there's this 10% called abortion where you're saying, but we need to give them more power. I'll never understand it for the life of me. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking at it the right way.
Nah, I think you're looking at it the right way. It's looking real funny in the light. It's looking my fear is when you ban it, what happens after that? Right? Like, how do people move then? Right.
Right.
And really what you're saying is you want to create a black market. Now what happens with the black market? Now all of a sudden what you have is more body snatches.
Yeah.
right? Because then what do you do? Where do you discard the baby? So now you've created a black market industry for these babies. And when we know they were still, passing these babies on through a market anyway. But now you've created a whole black market for the babies. I think there's a lot of bad ramifications that could come from this decision.
That's right. That's right. And here's what their content creators won't tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you right here. I'm going to tell you because I love you. This is coming from a place of love, goddammit. So just, you're going to have to understand what the fuck I'm doing here. Right? But this is what your content creators won't tell you. The reason why everything is so crazy as far as motherfuckers wanting abortion and a number of other things is because you motherfuckers pissed it. You pissed it. You thought that you could abdicate your responsibility to create decent people to the legislature. Because the legislature told you that they could, but your dumb ass believed it. So instead of outreach every motherfucking day, or even cyclical, however the fuck you want to space it out, instead of that, doing that to convince people that abortion ain't good and why it ain't good, and why you believe what you believe, possibly leading them down a road to saving their souls, instead of doing that and organizing for that and stumping for that and campaigning for that, you decide to do it for motherfuckers like John McCain. You take all your energy and all your fervor and all that goodwill, and they tap into the fact that you believe in God. But you do more motherfucking stumping for the GOP than you do for the GOD. And that is why there's the state of disrepair that it is. And there's not a motherfucking ounce of legislation that's going to fix that. You got to fix the hearts and minds of people. And laws don't do that.
That's what I've been saying. Like I was on, I was talking to David Gockstein today, and we were talking about forms of government. I'm like, I'm all about this theocracy. Like we need to pick a holy book and follow that shit. Fuck the government, nigga. Like establish people adhering to the holy book, and a lot of your problems disappear.
Yeah, people will say government. Oh well. Government's not evil. It's not the fact that I'm saying government is evil. It's government is ineffective.
Bingo.
It's ineffective. It's not going to be as good at keeping the kids from having abortions in your community as your fucking community will be.
Yep.
It's never going to be as good. It's never going to be as hands-on. Never going to be as effective. So to say, yeah, you guys can do this for us, that's some boneheaded shit. So then you let your kids get raised by MTV for a generation or two, and now you get this.
Yep.
So it's basically y'all fault. Get shit together, you can clean it up, but stop trying to point to the motherfucking legislature as the answer. Matt Walsh.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Big facts, man. Big facts. They said the chat said you ain't cooking. Yeah, he is.
All right, man.
I'll
get back to it.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Goldstein on the check-in, y'all. Make sure y'all follow him on Twitter, Hotep Goldstein. I don't like that next wick. Oh, that next wick don't look too strong. We got a couple of cells that came through. Come on, baby. I need a strong wick. Come on, baby. Come on, mama. All right. I want to do something really fast, right? Can you guys I'm about to stop being a streamer for half a second, and I want to set up this widget. So it says right here, how to set up a YouTube Super Chat Gold widget. Go to streamlabs.com. Okay, let's do that. Step 1, let's go to streamlabs.com. Done. Okay. Everything you need to go live. All right. So let's hit sign up. And let's hit login, right? Because I think we want to log in with YouTube. Here we go. And then we hit that button, and then we hit this button, and then we hit continue, and then we hit that, And let's see what happens. Let's see. We've helped millions of creators go live, and we're excited to help you customize your experience. All right, let's do it. Actually, let's skip this. I don't want none of this. Where are you looking to create from? Desktop. I'll actually skip. All right. What's the best plan for me? I want free. I'm broke. I want free. Let's go there. Let's go. All right. So now, what did it say do? It said all widgets. Scroll down to super chat goal. Okay. Where is that? Sub goal. Okay. Super chat goal. Okay. Boom. Found it. Got it. Now what do we do? On the next page, you can customize the name of the goal. Okay. All right. So let's name the goal. All right. So I'm going to call this Grift Report goal. Okay. Goal amount. Let's just say 28. Right. Starting amount 0. And then we'll end this. What's today's date? The 12th. Let's end this on tomorrow and see what happens. Okay, let's hit start goal. Okay, starting amount. All right, let's just type 1. Is that fine? Goal saved. Okay, so I did that step. Open Streamlabs desktop and add a new source. Okay, here we go. I'm using OBS. Go to the YouTube, click copy widget URL. Okay, copy widget URL. Copy. All right, did that. What do I go now? Add browser source. All right, so let's go here. Let's hit that. Let's hit browser source. I'm going to call this super chat goal. Okay, and then URL. We're going to hit that. And now let's go back to the tutorial. And I did, that's it? It did not. Okay, maybe that's it. Is that it? Oh! All right, I got it. I think I did it. All right, y'all, I need y'all to do me a favor now. Hold on. I need somebody to send me some money. Wait a second. Somebody send me some money now. $1, whatever it is. I want to test it to see if this thing works now. All right, go ahead and, all right, send money now. Somebody send me a super chat. Chat, help, please. Send super chat, please. Please send super chat. Somebody, please send super chat. Send super chat, please. Because I'm getting tired of this thing in the upper right-hand corner and having to adjust that. Sea Turtle said, not doing it. Come on, man. Just send me 99 cents. Come on. Who's going to be the lucky person? Who's going to be the lucky person? Step right up. Step right up. All you have is Bitcoin. Oh, my God. This thing doesn't accept Bitcoin. Matter of Theory. There we go. Boom. It's in there. Thank you, Matter of Theory. It hasn't moved. Maybe it takes a second. Maybe it takes a second. Ooh, there's different like themes too. All right, nothing's happening. Let's see. There it is. It happened. It happened. It's on my screen right there. I did it, y'all. I did it. All right, now where's the best place? I'm gonna have to have, damn, I'm gonna have to have, should I put it there? Where do I put this? Excuse me. Isn't it kind of ugly right there? Kind of want it to be bigger too. So you can like read it. It's cut off too. All right, there we go. It's better. Boom. You can't see my eyes until we hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I figured that out. That didn't take too long. Cool. All right. Under the Men of Order logo, down here. It's not a bad place to put it. Kind of looks funky there. Top right. I should probably put it top right, right? Yeah. I'm going to have Alex rearrange this. And yeah, you're right. I should put it right up here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. I'm going to have Alex put it right there. Good idea. Who said that? Chris Ford, top right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What do I use to stream? I'm using OBS. OBS. I bought my computer from Kamar. He builds supercomputers for like dirt cheap. His link is in the description box below. So I bought one of his supercomputers and I use OBS to stream. And then I just use the stream key and then go in. Can I turn it vertically? It's a good question. Let me see. I don't think you can. I've never seen it done vertically. Let me see. Settings. Layout. It says standard and then it says condensed. What does condensed look like? Save settings. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so that's the... Oh, I kind of like the condensed version. Oh, I like it. Yeah, the condensed version's better. So you guys are helping me. See, this is why I want to do it with you guys. The condensed version looks a hell of a lot better. Dig it up. Goals. Thank you, sir.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
$2 super. So about how long does it take to populate? Let's see. Maybe like 8 seconds has passed. I want to say maybe it's going to take about 30 seconds until the goal, until it populates in the goal. Okay, maybe a minute. We've definitely passed 30 seconds now. How long does it take to populate? Linux? You're trying to set up your Apple stuff? Yeah, I'm on PC. I have a Mac, but I'm using PC. PC's easier for this purpose. Mac is good for design and, you know, some office work, but for streaming, I'm going to have to say that it's much easier to get up and going with a PC. And yeah. If I thought about what I was trying to say right now, I'd probably articulate myself better. Oh, wow. That was a big jump. Oh, shit. Shout out to Mike. Mike, thank you. Appreciate you, yo. I like the condensed version. Okay, so now let's go back. She said, is there a vertical one? It does not appear. Oh, I can change the thickness. Pause. Let's change the thickness and just see what that does. I'm going to do it like just to see what it looks like. I'm sure I know what that means, but. Oh, okay. I got it. The thickness is not bad. I actually like that thickness. Pause. Yeah, I just have to get Alex to give me that. Okay, so I don't see vertical here, to answer your question. Vertical's not in here. What is this screen? Tipping. Tip methods. PayPal Lite, credit card. I don't know what none of this stuff means. Let me just take my ass back to what I know, which is what I just did. And they got different themes. I'm going to keep the... Shut up, Tari. That's that good girth. You hear my prompt sound sometimes? Oh, yeah, that's the desktop audio. I have the desktop audio running through OBS. Okay, so we've made some headway. Now let me make a note to myself because we have a Men of Order meeting tomorrow. So let me make a note to myself. There's that sound you were talking about. And let me put in here and say layout modify needed. Okay, cool. All right, so that's cool. Oh, it's updating here too as well. Okay. So here's my thing. You guys can judge me for what I'm about to tell you here, but there's two things I do because I'm not a streamer, but I'm learning, right? So I watch Kai Cenat, and then I told the team this too. I look at the OnlyFans girls, and I look at how they promote their stuff, and they do some very interesting things. And I use them because I know there's like probably some e-pimp behind them that's teaching them like some digital marketing tricks. So between Kai Cenat and the streamers, I pick up certain things. So I noticed Kai Cenat and the streamers, they have this bar. And I was like, this is probably a much better way of doing what I'm trying to do. So I'm glad I figured this out. Kelson said it looks like a health bar. Oh, word. Like a video game and shit. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Kelson. $5. Tyler Rose. Appreciate you, Rose.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Appreciate you. This is a fake goal. Y'all don't have to help me hit this goal. We're about to hit the goal. Oh, my God. What do you do after you hit the goal? Am I supposed to, like, start a strip tease? Haram Light said, I study OnlyFans chicks for research, too. Yeah. Jay, come on, Jay. Give me the benefit of the doubt, yo. Come on, man. So what am I supposed to do at the goal? Am I supposed to like do a dance or some shit, a strip? If we hit the goal, I'll strip. I'll take my shirt off. How about that? Psych. Definitely not happening. Uncle Hotep would never let me hear the end of that. Your pick, usually something deep. Yeah, that's true. Hold on, I want to play with the thickness. Pause. I want to play with the thickness. I think we want to be right about here. Let's see. Hold on a second. I want to see it in real time change. Yeah, that thickness, I think that's a little bit better. What is that, 64 pixels? I like that one. What kind of ink y'all use for OnlyFans research? Like Jergens personally? Come on, sir. Uncle Hotep's feet are terrible. All right, so I figured that out. So I guess what happens is okay. So every time I start a new stream, I'll log in here and create a new goal. I think that's what happens. Yeah, okay. I'm becoming a streamer, y'all. Come on, Jay. I'll give super chats to put your shirt back on. All right, so yeah, so I'll log in, Streamlabs, do this. Yeah, I think probably a sub goal would be too much. How many subs am I at right now? I'll show you guys my back end, my shitty back end. Let's see. I'm like literally showing you guys my private information, but you know, who cares, right? All right, so, oh yeah, that's right. The tournament's right now. Where's the tournament? Where's the chess tournament? Hold on a second. I just got to check the scores really fast. Wait, where's the tournament? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. We're going to come back to that. Is today a day off? Damn, I thought I was about to log off here, enjoy some chess. Hold on. Let me check the schedule. Info. Stop it. They really have to do something about this website. Oh, today's arrest day. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, April 8th. I think that was Monday was the last rest day. So what did they do? They played 3 games and then rest day. And then, yeah, it seems like, oh, and then later on it's 2 games and then a rest day. Okay, so today's the rest day, which means the games will be back on tomorrow. All right, so let's go back to my shitty backend and I'll tell you my YouTube woes. I haven't looked at this in a while, so we'll be looking at this together. So let's go to YouTube Studio, right? And you guys should be seeing my back end now. Pause. And as you can see there, I have a beautiful warning tag on my account. And let's go down here. And you'll see right here, right? You see it says subscribers, minus 40 in the last 28 days. What am I doing wrong? How do you have a YouTube channel and lose followers every 30 days? What is going on? Let's go to channel analytics. Let's go to subscribers. Oh my God. All right. So March 17th, Sunday, March 17th, gained 29. March 19th, 4. 1. March 21st, minus 9. March 22nd, plus 24. Saturday, minus 3. Minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 7, minus 8. Minus 11, minus 16, minus 7. I'm never getting the YouTube plaque. What's going on? What the fuck is going on? Now, here's what I'll say. Here's what I think is happening. Because I have a very old account, I think what's happening is, all right, let me try and walk you through this, right? So, let me see if I can go to lifetime. Is there a lifetime? All right, let's go to lifetime and let's see how old my account is. So my account was opened in 2012. Okay? 2012. This was 12 years ago. All right? And then, so I get my first subscribers in 2014. And then there's this big spike here. What is this spike? 2018. What? I don't even know how to. I've made a total of $92,000 in 12 years. How much is that per year? I'm not exactly sure how to even look at this data because it's so. All right, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and see what's going on here. So I'm basically doing live maintenance of my account. We did the goal thing. Now we're looking at this lifetime thing. Scott Adams interview. Why is it not scrolling? Why? Okay, here we go. Red Pill Black, the fake conservative. Oh my God. This is a video about Candace Owens I did a long time ago. Black Lives Matter. All right, let's go back because there's just too much data to look at there. I don't even. Let me try and organize what I want to find. Okay, so all right, let me explain what I was trying to say before. So I think what's happening is yeah, I just broke YouTube. Hold on. It's just too much data, so I'm like running out of RAM. So here's what I think happened. I started my account, right? And I think what happened was I started my account and it grew. And this was during my Black nationalist spiritual phase. So it was very like African centered. And I remember because when I came back to Twitter, I was an artist and I came back to Twitter. When I came back to Twitter, I made my account anonymous. So you didn't know who I was as a person. And I was just tweeting. And somebody said, we want to see you on YouTube. So I went back to my YouTube channel and I created like 12 videos. And I said to myself, before I created those videos, I only have these 12 things to say to the world, and then I'm going back into my cocoon for another metamorphosis. So I made those 12, 15 videos, whatever they were, and then sort of left my account alone. And then the whole Black Lives Matter thing exploded. So then I came back. And then I was never really like active daily like I am now with my account. So what I'm thinking happened is two things. One, because of the rebrands over time, people from my African Center days, they're like, oh, this nigga's a coon, unsubscribe. And then there's also accounts being deleted because they're inactive. They're just inactive and YouTube's going through and closing those accounts. So I think because my account is so old, some of these accounts are being deleted. So how do I look at this? What was this spike? A Starbucks incident? I think it was. Let me see how. Let's change the date range. Let's change the date range, not to the origins of my account. Let's go. Let's go 2014. $10. Why doesn't it give a total? That's what I don't like. Why doesn't it give a total over time? I want to see the total rise over time. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. It might take some time because this is 10 years of data. And why does it show this? I don't want this. I don't want this data. This is so trash. I want to see follower growth. And I don't know how to find that. I don't know how to find subscriber growth over time. And it just crashed. Let's go. What was it? Trump years were 2016. So let's try that. Let's go YouTube Studio. And I think Starbucks had to be 2015, right? Channel analytics. Subscribers. Let's change the date range. Custom. Let's go 2016 and see if it crashes. Okay, here we go. So this is when my account was really active. You think it also randomly unsubs accounts? YouTube also actively unsubscribes subscribers of accounts that talk too spicy? Really? Wow. Yeah, some could be bots too. Yeah, also could be bots. How do I So this is what I'm saying. Like, Google is like real sinister because how do you make plans for your account when they won't show you the data, how it mostly makes sense? Like this, what is it? What am I supposed to do with this graph? You're just telling me when I gain and lose subscribers, but it's not a total. This right here, 2018, this could be Rogan. I think this spike right here in 2018 is Rogan. It's either Rogan. These are like Rogan, Timcast spikes. That's what these are. Starbucks is in there somewhere too. Okay, so I see it here. It says line chart daily. Let's change this from daily. If it doesn't crash, it's going to crash. Let's go monthly. Let's select monthly. It says line chart. Okay. Subscribers by content. I don't want subscribers by content. More metrics. Okay, here we go. Subscribers gained, lost. Okay, let's go there. Let's see. What the fuck is this? This is so trash. This is so trash. I hate this. I hate YouTube. Anyway, you guys get the point. So I'm down. So how am I supposed to gain followers, people? Can somebody tell me how I'm supposed to gain followers? Anybody? I need a fucking consultant. I'm down 40 in the last. How am I down 40? Ass Boys, pause, says this ain't how the data looks when they sell that shit to third parties. This is what I'm saying. I just don't gain followers. It's really, really strange. Really strange. I'm not sure what to do. So usually I just say fuck it. Like I'm just like fuck it. I just don't care, right? I just focus on creating good content and take care of y'all. That's usually that's my thing. I usually don't look at the analytics. I don't look at how many subscribers I have and how many I gained. It's just that I have to pay Uncle Hotep monthly because we split 50-50 the super chats from our show. So when I go in there to see how much I owe him, I end up seeing the data. Otherwise, I would never look because I just don't want to be disappointed. That's why I don't look. I don't want to be disappointed. What if I did a marketing maneuver? I don't want to do that. Viral shorts get you subscribers. I don't want to do that either. This is why I would suck if I hired a consultant, he'd be like, so you don't want to grow. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to grow. We need to make a We Hate Hotep fan club and charge them. Yeah, that's a good point. That'd probably work. The thing is, like, I can go on, Tim Pool a bunch and gain my followers that way, but half of them are going to leave anyway once they hear me speak. Like, oh my God, who is this guy? He hates America. All right, what's this doing? We're getting somewhere. We're getting a little bounce. Maybe this is consolidation here. This could be consolidation around this range here. Maybe. I saw the video the other day about shorts doing a certain amount of shorts per week, and they talked about the polls in the community section being another way. Yeah, that's true. That is true. What is the goal of the show? I like that question. The goal of the show is to make our community more tight-knit. Also, to promote products, right? menofwater.com, Syscoin, and people who come on the show, Goldstein, promote the community, but it's all about promotion of community for the most part. Apparently, YouTube is in extreme competition with TikTok, so they make an extra effort to give exposure to the shorts. That's also true. That is also true. I've heard Scott Adams say something similar about YouTube. Maybe contact them. Okay. So here's what I know. If I bring on a bunch of people that have a lot of followers and interview them, my subscriber count will go up. I know that. I just feel so weird doing that. I feel like, I just feel like, I feel scummy. I feel like I'm using people. Oh, I just want to use you to get followers. We got Crypto Blood coming on Monday. I want to talk meme coins with him. I want to talk shit coins. I want to talk crypto trading. So I got Crypto Blood coming on Monday. You know, so usually I pick my guests based upon my interests and who I think is going to provide value. I don't pick my guests off of, you know, who's going to go viral. Because, you know, I could go down a list of people I follow and bring on, you know, but I'm just like, I really don't want to talk to fucking idiots. I follow a lot of idiots. I'm not going to hold you. I follow a lot of idiots. And I just don't want to talk to them because they're fucking idiots. I want to talk to people who are really smart, who are really brilliant, and will give you guys dope ass conversation. You know? That's really what I want. All right, it's 4:11. I'm out of here, man. I'm about to go enjoy myself. I got a coach tomorrow. I'm about to go enjoy my weekend. Thank you guys very much for sitting here and helping me get my show together. We have this bar, gold bar now that works. So we'll be utilizing that in the future. So I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. Robert Jones said, I would say don't change. I agree, Robert. I agree. I'm not changing. I fuck these numbers. Fuck these subscriber counts. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Because if I get the YouTube plaque, I just want to give it to my mama so she can hang it up on her walls at her house. I'm not putting it in my background. Fuck YouTube. They can kiss my ass. That's probably why I'm losing subscribers, because every fucking episode I'm saying fuck YouTube. Hey, fuck YouTube. Hey, I'm out of here, man. Y'all be well. Stay merry. Tell somebody in your family that you love them. Shout out to Leah Square. Thank you for the $1 over on Rumble. But I'm out of here, man. Hotep and Bill.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan,